Western Sports Roundup brought to you by Resistol, proudly made in America from fur to finish.
Well, welcome back to Western Sports Roundup. I want to say thank you to the folks at Outlaw Conversions who have given us the opportunity this afternoon to visit with a couple of young superstars in the making. And I say that because I am confident that we're going to hear a lot about both of these kids for a lot of years. Two Resistol Rookies of the Year this year, tie-down roper Riley Webb, breakaway roper Josie Connor. Both of them have qualified for the national finals. Riley in the number 11 spot, Josie in the number 15 spot. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Ladies first. Josie, you made it. It took a trip to Maine and everything else to get to the national finals, but you made it.
We did. It was a lot. I've been all over the country this year, and I'd do it again if I had to. Made my first NFR my rookie year. It's something that I'll remember for the rest of my career.
Janie and I just talked about the Horse of the Year award winners. Your breakaway horse was number 3.
Yes, sir, he was. He had a huge impact on this year. It's the horse that I rode most of the year this year, but I'm blessed with more than one. So it was kind of a toss-up on which one I should nominate, and it's still a toss-up on which one I'm going to ride at the NFR. So don't ask me yet.
You got 52 days to figure it out. Riley, first NFR, 19 years old, $117,000, winner of big rodeos like Reno. Could it have gone any better?
It was a pretty good year. June, August, September was really good. July was a little slow for me, but just got to keep going and do the best you can. But
you did really well at rodeos that were multi-head rodeos, even if you didn't win the average. I'm thinking of San Angelo, I think. You won a round with a 7-2. You were 7-2 at a couple of rodeos to win go-rounds. Tell me about when you kind of stomped your foot on the gas and got going, but I thought you were consistent through most of the year.
Yes, sir. I was very fortunate this year and had big win at Reno and won second at Greeley all in the same week. So that kind of got everything rolling good. It was slow in July, and then August, September there were so many good rodeos. And you just try to be consistent, and August, September you just got to every check count. So just try to stay hooked, and not if it was a first place check or last hole, just try to get a check every when you can.
Tell me what you're going to do for the next 2 months. Actually, I'm going to see you both this weekend up at Oklahoma's Richest at the Lazy E. Riley, you're in, I think, the 19 and under and the open roping both. Josie, you've got a match roping with Jackie Crawford. Talk about that.
Yes, sir. The month of October is pretty busy. We have the Oklahoma's Richest. We also have the San Angelo Roping Fiesta. And so we're definitely going to keep ourselves busy getting as many competitive runs as we can between now and December. But come November, I bet we carve out a bunch of time just to stay home and rope. We've been doctoring calves all week, getting them ready for us to practice on them all November and stuff. But, we're looking forward to it.
How about you, Riley? Kind of the same program? You've got, the breakaway, if there's a breakaway roping, there's probably a calf roping too, so you're going to a lot of the same places.
Yes, sir. We just had, Shane Hanchy's big roping yesterday in Giddings, Texas. October, there's, Oklahoma's Richest is coming up. You got the San Angelo Open Fest at the end of the month. It's a big month for jackpots.
Tell me about Shane's roping. We're going to talk about that later on, but you had a pretty good day yesterday.
Yes, sir. It was a great day. Probably the best jackpot all year. I was fortunate to win $24,000 there and win the average, so that was huge for kickoff October.
Are those, and I'm going to stick with you for a minute, Riley, and then get back to Josie. Events like that, what do you do with an event like that where you got 5 head? Do you take a couple of horses? There's a lot of money on the line, so you want to win as much as you can. But from a preparation standpoint, how do you approach those?
Well, just growing up my whole life, all I did was jackpot roping. So, always ran multiple head, and I got better with that this year, multiple head. I used to just go fast and, try to win every go-around. But now I've been fortunate enough to have better horses and maybe be a little smarter roper for the average.
We're looking at some Riley Webb highlights on video right here. From Arcadia, Florida to Reno, Nevada, went at so many of those big rodeos. Josie, you're getting ready this weekend. You get to match Jackie Crawford. You and Jackie are friends. You are very familiar. Saturday night at the Lazy E at Oklahoma's Richest. How do you approach a match roping?
It is a match roping, but you can only rope your game and do what you can do, and you can't control what anyone else does. And the Oklahoma's Richest is one of my favorite ropings. It's probably one of the first places I got a really big win in 2019. I think I won the open roping, and then I got to rope the match next year. And so I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm doing some preparation for that. You've won a lot of money out of that roping.
The Lazy E has been very good to me in my career, so anytime I get to go back over there, I'm loaded up, headed over there.
Outlaw Conversions helped you guys to come in here today. Talk about the importance of those sponsors and their help and their support.
Oh, you know, it's everything. And so there's so many good companies, but Outlaw Conversions has been great to us. And, you know, you're on the road so much this year. We've been going a long ways from home. So to know you have a reliable trailer, you know, it takes the stress right off your back. All
those logos on that shirt, Riley, that's, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Josie. Talk about what they mean to you.
Yes, sir. I mean, every sponsor that I have on my shirt and Josie's shirt, that it's not just a patch we wear. It's kind of like a family that we've been blessed to have and blessed to be partners with them.
How many horses are you going to take to the NFR? Your dad and I have gotten to be pretty good friends, and it seems to me like for about 2 years there, every time I turned around, Dirk was showing me a picture of the new horse. How many horses will you have at the NFR?
Yes, I'm probably going to have 2 with me, the Titus horse that I rode everywhere, and probably Popeye that I rode a little bit this winter, and a little bit at the end of the year I rode at Pendleton and stuff.
Josie told me not to ask you which one she's going to start on. You're going to start on Titus, you think,
yes,
or do you know?
I think I'm going to try to ride Titus all 10 nights and just stick with him. He's been my main man for quite a while.
Awesome. Last question. As you get ready to compete, for you at the South Point, November 29th and 30th, for you at the Thomas & Mack, December the 1st, has it set in yet that you guys made it, Josie? Has it set in that you got it done, that you're going to be there?
I mean, it's in writing. I don't know if it's actually set in. I don't really think it's going to set in until, you know, I walk into the South Point or he walks into the Thomas & Mack. He's got 52 days. I've only got 50. So
oh, there you go.
You know, so I'm a touch more nervous than he is. But I don't know. It's just, this is something that I'll remember for the rest of my career.
Yeah. Riley, you're going to get to walk across that stage the Wednesday night before the NFR, get your back number, get the first big check they give you for qualifying, and then come December 1st, it's time to go. I wish you both the very, very best.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Riley. Thanks, Josie. It's good to see you.
Thanks
Josie Connor, Riley Webb joining us on Western Sports Roundup. 2 Resistol Rookies of the Year. Thanks to Outlaw Conversions for sending them in here this afternoon to visit with us. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, over the weekend, Waco, Texas, a big opportunity for some of the top young guns. Aside from these 2 you just met, we'll talk about the permit finals in Waco coming up. This is Western Sports Roundup.